Magic is a deeper understanding of your spirituality. The word magic comes from the word magi, which is wise. That's why you have the three magi's that came in the Bible story, which were the three magicians. The word magi is where you get the word imagination. So effectively, what you're doing is I magic my creation. I'm the one who creates the image that I see. The magic of your creation and reality is really what is taking place in your mind, in your imagination. So effectively, you are the magician. Spirituality, spirit in rituality. The essence of who you are is going through the rituals of life. The life that you actually designed before you got here, the stories and the situations that you wanted to encounter so that you can evolve as a being. So, spirituality, the actual word is really the essence of you in this story reality and how well you know how to cope, how you can draw on the power of your ancestors, not in some I'm praying for help, just that you're actually receiving the help. You're able to trust your mind. You're able to trust the thoughts and the words that pop into your mind. You're able to use the strength of them and use the strength of the real you to have a life that you was meant to have. It's not about your possessions. It's not about how much people love you. It's really about how well you love yourself and how you've come and achieved the plan that you had as what your soul designated when it sent your consciousness into this reality. Ooh, okay. The connection between language and spirituality. In our course, we teach you how to speak your original language, not the language of your apparent country of origin. Because again, whenever you're speaking English, you're in a scenario where you are restricting the images that you see in your mind to the language what you're using. Imagine if you have a country where their language has a better description of, say, the classic is water, where you'll have an Eskimo have 10 words for the word water, but we just have the one. So whenever we're approaching water, we've got the single comprehension of it when they can actually merge deeper and have a better relationship with that actual object that they're seeing. You'll see a baby when it's born speaking in a language, and everyone's thinking it's speaking gibberish, where in actual fact the baby is speaking the actual words from its planet, from its origin, is speaking that language and expressing what it sees in that language. So it's able to see spirits. It's able to feel energies of people because its language incorporates a description of those things. As soon as you actually learn to speak English and now everything is spirit or everything is this and everything is that, the language shuts off your capacity of being able to see those objects because you can no longer describe them and you can no longer generate those images in your mind. The aim, what we're always trying to do, and that's the beginning of the first course before we even take that into the second course, is have you being able to speak in your own language, which doesn't take long, an hour. You say, oh, I have to learn that? No. All those words were always in you all the time. The fact is, if you want your arm to move, you make the request in English, it's translated in your own language, and then the signal is sent to the arm to move. Your body is operating in a totally different language. All your organs in your body have a totally different name from the names that you've been given to call them. How can my heart be your heart? when they operate in two bodies doing two different things. You label a thing according to its function and its knowledge. So to call everything the same name is really not any understanding at all. So your language comes to you, and when you get into that, you realize you no longer speak from the power of the selection of words apart according to the group and company you're in. You now speak from your life force, because your raw energy, your raw electricity is coming out in your real language. So the language between spirituality, between language and spirituality is your spirit has its own language. And we've been speaking in a foreign one that has totally depowered us all of our lives. Okay, I always tell this story. Once upon a time, I was in bed, I was lying down, and I said in my head, it's great to be alive. And my grandfather came and said, what do you mean? Are you alive? I said, what do you mean I'm alive? I said, of course I'm alive. He says, how do you know you're alive? I said, I can breathe. I said, interesting. I said, does your spirit need to breathe? I said, no. Does your spirit need to sleep? I said, no. Does your body, is that the one that needs to actually rest? I said, yes. So is that the one that needs breath? I said, yes. So are you alive or are you life? Are you the essence emanating your body to actually keep it alive? Are you the actual consciousness that leaves your body when you die? Are you the thing that passes on to the other realm, or is it your body? I said, obviously it's my consciousness. He says, so you're not alive, you are life. So that's what life means to me. The spirit is the life. The spirit is the one having the experience through the body. The spirit is the thing that passes at the time of transition and goes to the other dimensions from whence it came, to go on living in a new avatar in a different way.
Question. We've kind of gone over this already, but I'll ask anyway. Are we connected in any way? Do you feel that we're connected in any way to the element, to the earth and the universe? And how? For instance, the Dogon tribe, they knew about the Sirius star.
Connections, yeah.
And I think like the scientists eventually found out that there was some sort of connection. So what do you think about that?
There's two different sides to that question. The first thing regarding the earth. One of the things we try and teach in the course that we do is that you have a relationship with the elements. You see, the concept of fire. Fire is the reaction. Air is an intelligence, heats the air to the point where it makes objects in its vicinity reach that point where they combust and change form. So the fire isn't the flame, it's the intelligence that generates the flame. Water is not the fluid, that's the child of the intelligence that heated the gases to the point where the gases melted and became something else. So all these elements are things that you're using in your body all the time, and you have a relationship with the energy that is water, with the energies that is fire. Your body is generating and creating teeth, solid objects. Who knew that you had that from your bodily fluids can create solid objects? So you have that intelligence to create solid objects, and the relationship with the air, which is really just another form of water, to be fair, a rarefied form of water you have to drink every day because the body needs that every day. So we have a relationship with elements that we're totally unaware of. We just take everything for granted. So the relationship with the elements, and if you can get to that point where you're conversing with that intelligence of the elements directly, you can imagine what kind of things you can achieve and do in this world, and how you learn to temper, control the creation of heat within you, the movement of fluid, and all different kinds of things in your system. So that is one thing when it comes to the relationship with elements. As regards to the Dogons, or people being able to see star constellations, once you understand that the eyes that you're looking to create the world outside can also turn inside. And your true spirit world is the place where your spirit lives, which is inside you. So you can see other dimensions, see other places, see other star constellations. All of this stuff is inside you. We have a saying that when you're looking at the stars, you're really just looking at the roof of your mind. Everything is inside. Nothing is outside. If you can't create it to see it, effectively it doesn't exist.
Is there a difference between the dimensions of magic and spirituality, or are they exactly the same thing?
Okay. All right. Magic is a deeper understanding of your spirituality. The word magic comes from the word magi, which is wise. That's why you have the three magis that came in the Bible story, which were the three magicians. The word magi is where you get the word imagination. So effectively, what you're doing is I magic my creation. I'm the one who creates the image that I see. The magic of your creation and reality is really what is taking place in your mind, in your imagination. So effectively, you are the magician in your own story. In order to be able to live it, you have to create it. You're in a constant state of creation all day, either emotions, feelings, hunger, desires. You're the one who's creating that every day. That's why when we ask who and what is God, you're asking who and what is the creator. Yeah? And the creator has always been, will always be you. Because if you don't imagine it, it doesn't exist. So therefore, the magician, magi, spirit, all of these things are one. It's just a deeper understanding of the essence of the consciousness that is you.